What up, YouTube? It's your boy, tonyG, back with another video. Oh, look at this, I just gave it away a little bit there. And we got another 1v1 Fastest Map Possible, featuring your boy, tonyG. And this is a long-awaited match. I was going to post all three of the best of three games that we played, but I could not find the one game that he beat me. So we are just going to skip that game anyway, because he just was Protoss vs. Terran, mid-build cannon, pushed me, blah, blah, blah. Good job, Boxer. So right now, Boxer is 1-0. This is game 2, and it was a best of 3. So there will be a third game, and we're just going to skip the first game, because it was dumb and nobody wants to see that. Maybe I'll do a little like 5-pool fast forward thingy to just give you the gist of it. If we go into a game 3, if tonyG somehow figures this out, maybe I'll do a little quick summary of the 2 games before the epic game 3. But let's just focus on this. We got the Zerg versus the Terran, the tonyG top middle poopy poop position versus Boxer bottom right, awesome corner position with a race advantage. He destroyed gangster Jose in an earlier video in this exact same matchup. Jose currently number 1 in the SCW rankings. And yeah, Boxer destroyed him in this matchup. So let's see. And actually look at Boxer was over here versus up top middle, and now he's over here versus top middle. So we're going to see if tonyG's Zerg versus Terran is better than the champ Jose's. Can he hold off Boxer's strong, incredible rank A on the actual StarCraft ladder? He's Gosu. I'm going to actually put a link of his stream in his profile, because this kid can play real StarCraft just as well as he can. No, not just as well. He can play real StarCraft better than he plays Fastest. Fastest is the second game. Real StarCraft low money is his actual game. His stream link will be in the below. He's on Twitch. He's an A-ranked Gosu player. Very good. High APM. Look at that. In the 350. I can't even spam that high, and he just got it normally. He will be scouting in the first spot. First middle. Not even going to scout all the way, because he is Gosu. He knows how to scout like a Gosu pro. Not going to waste any time. And look at that. He's going to go top middle too and scout tonyG immediately. He's going to see that it's Zerg, and he's going to... Look at that. See how quickly the reaction time is? Oh my goodness. He was watching that the whole time. How does tonyG have a chance of beating this guy or what? The Zerglings are going to try to cut it off, but he's got that Korean micro where it's not even going to get touched. He's going to move it around and keep it alive forever probably. And yeah, he's going to start up his gas. His gas actually just finished. No academy yet, surprisingly enough. But gas started. He's going to go for... And a 4th barracks. That is also surprising. It looks like, since it's a top middle Zerg, he's going to try to break the choke. Because as we have seen before, this choke is hard to hold. Because if they break the first couple, there's always that path to run by. And you're wasted so much money on Sunkens at the front. You don't usually have too many behind. Look at that. The SCV still going around. tonyG did split the Zerglings up a little bit to get some damage down, but Boxer 2 Gosu going to keep on microing that around. Oh, and he's even going to block it, but tonyG is going to get a little attack off. 5 HP left. That SCV will go down, hopefully. tonyG, kill that SCV. Come on, Zerglings are faster, aren't they? Oh, yeah. So yeah, he's going to get a full vision on. Look at that, 320 APM. He is just a beast. Academy going down. 4 barracks built. tonyG has 1 gas down and 2 hatcheries at his main base, with his 1 at his choke, 4 Sunkens at the front. He feels pretty secure for the most part. He survived the first the first 4 minutes, which is always good. He's going to throw down his lair immediately. We got marine production continuing to pump out. He's actually supply Boxer getting supply box. Sloppy guy. 280 APM and he getting supply box. Come on, Gosu man, Boxer. Fastest is too fast. His supply count. Oh, look at that Zergling. Runs by the first batch. Almost gets a scout. He's going to see a lot. He's going to see a big group of Marines there. So he should be throwing down. He's going to throw down a couple more spines now, knowing that he is probably going to be facing a marine break. Because I don't know if he saw the factory just starting now at home, but if he did, that is also a huge tell. All that infantry and a factory means that this push is going to be heavier on marine, not just one of those delayed methodical tank pushes where you try to save your marines. 2 Zerglings going to go out and scout to see if the pressure's coming. Going to see that first group of army is coming out. The second Zergling is going to go over here and maybe look for vessels and drops, a pathway. tonyG likes to patrol units around the map to try to get as much scouting as possible. So here we go. The first set. Oh my god. The first set of infantry coming in. Stimmed up nicely. Going to take down 1, 2, 3 colonies. 4 colonies. The colonies holding strong. A couple getting built behind. tonyG stressing out. 5 colonies down. I feel like the best move right now would be for him to run by. That would be the smartest thing to do. But he's going to try to break the choke completely. He's got infantry, more reinforcements coming down. tonyG trying to repair the wall as quickly as possible. Does not want him getting by. He does have lurker. Oh, I don't have the production tab up. That is annoying. He does have the lurker production. Lurker upgrade almost done. And he has a queen's nest on the way. So he's going to go probably right into Hive and look for that Defiler Lurker to try to hold on to this first push while also eventually getting guards. Hopefully we do see a Spire go down because he knows that he's going to be facing Scourge too and drops all that potential. He needs a Spire. There we go. Spire down. Good job, tonyG. 2 starports going down right as the Spire goes down. So he knows that this is also a possibility. And let's see if he's going to... If 3 Stargates... built like this, I don't know what the plan is. It doesn't look like he's gonna build whatever those the tech labs on these. So maybe he's just gonna go Wraith. He's gonna try to do an original Wraith build. Lots of medics here, lots of infantry. Still 69 supply to 42 supply. tonyG is securing his choke, and it's surprising not to see any tanks out yet. Usually there are some tanks pushing around this time. But as we noticed earlier, bo3r did go for more of an infantry push than tech-related push, trying to break tonyG. tonyG going to expand his more and more sunken colonies out, and his hive almost done. A couple of spores and spines going to round his base for drops. Just I love that protection that he can get. Probably going to throw a Defiler Mound down ASAP. The Greater Spire beginning, and hopefully a Defiler Mound and a Defiler Mound. Very good. tonyG on top of his game. And yeah, look at that. It's going to be Wraith. He's not going to look like he's going to go for a quick Vessel or Valkyrie. He's going to go for the old school, hella original, OG style Wraith to counter any possible Guardians that may be popping out early. First tank is going to start shooting away at this choke. bo3r not building any command centers yet. Is that right? No command centers yet. So this is all off of one initial command center. And there we go. We got 2 Wraiths coming out. Let's see how these are microed. Ooh, dodges the first one. Ooh, you can see some Scourge. That'd be sweet if he did some Wraith Scourge dodging. Like bo3r, the real OG bo3r did. Oh god, big push coming in the front. Lurkers are ready though. No detection quite yet. The Lurkers are going to go down, try to save these poor sunken colonies. 4 Lurkers. It will push that back. No detection quite yet because he didn't build a command center, so he does not have a scan. He was a little late on building the tech labs, so he's not even going to be able to build... It is. Oh, control. They're called control towers, not tech labs. I'm thinking StarCraft 2. The Wraith's coming in, so he's not going to be able to build the vessels right away. He's going to have to wait for the control towers to finish. Look at that. God, micro by bo3r. He did micro the Scourge. Oh my goodness. I might have to do a little slow-mo replay on that. Look at that go. The race micro coming in. I saw this. I was like, oh my goodness. If this was low money, I feel like I would not be able to defend this. But since it is fast, I'm just going to throw a couple Scourge into these and just like good luck microing it. Another Scourge connects. He's going to shoot the Overlord, but he's going to go into a spine. Another race taken out. The race clicking away. Trying to be a little Gosu, but he's going to go into a spore colony and get taken out. Not sure if that was completely worth it, but he did. I guess it pretty much was scouting, and if I didn't have a couple spine colonies up, he could have gotten a couple drones and overlords. So he is going to see everything that's going on. I guess that's pretty good for a scouting, since you don't have a scan yet to see exactly what the Zerg. He needed to send something back there, and he will see what's going to go on. tonyG still holding his choke pretty good as the tanks are pushing up. There's still no detection yet, so he can't quite go in too far. tonyG knows this. He's going to now he's going to start his lurker or defiler swarm. The 10-minute defiler swarm pushing out is going to catch the Terran off guard. It's really difficult to deal with this if you don't have mass eradicate. Or yeah, because he's going to do a good job since he is so far away from his base. It's going to take a while for the Zerg to slowly bunny hop these lurkers and the swarm. It's going to take a lot to get over here because Boxer's probably not going to let it go out easily. The Ray's still going around scouting to see if he can get any overlords. The first two vessels are going to be popping out. They look like they're going to go, oh no, they are going to come over here to detect the army. Not going to go right after to eradicate the main. tonyG does have a couple Scourge over here defending that side. Lots of Spores over here and more Scourge coming in from all the possible angles. He's going to send a couple Scourge in here and take out one Overlord. 4 for 1. Not the best trade, but still good. More Defiler Mound, or more Defilers getting eradicated. More factories being built at home. More Stargates being built at home. He's going to try to get into that tech composition where the best really army is mass tank with mass vessel and Valkyrie now. Not too many Valkyries though, because you do need lots of tanks for the inevitable ground push that will come. tonyG, more spines coming up at the base. Now, yeah, he officially decided that he no longer wants to build any infantry and he's going to go full on to the mech. The barracks like to float around to get lots of good scouting information. They usually go around your base in the darkness so you can see any potential mutabombs or mass overlord drops. More mass defiler guardian coming through. He's just going to swarm. He's trying to buy as much time as possible so he can get all of his hatcheries and economy up and running. He has all but 2 gas going, which is pretty good for now, but he does need to fill that up as soon as possible. I would like to see those taken. All of the gas slowly being taken for Boxer. We're transitioning now into officially the mid game. Eradicate going down on the Defiler. Very nice by Boxer. More vessels going to try to sneak in. Try to get some Eradicate done. Try to get some damage done on that Zerg economy. He knows that if the Zerg gets too strong, it's going to be tough cookies. That is going to get off. tonyG will burrow. When you burrow, only the one that got eradicated will die. All the rest will be saved. He should unburrow that and start recollecting. There we go. Very good dodge. That Eradicate only got 1 drone. Well microed by Mr. tonyG. Continuing to throw down swarms at the front of his base. Not allowing Boxer to get any closer than this, and if he does, it's going to take massive damage. But the vessel count is getting up higher, and if the more and more energy, the more and more damage they are going to do, because they will at the very minimum get 1 kill on these swarmed units or 1 defiler, or do massive damage on the guardians. The Eradicate very good versus Zerg. Let's see how this first going. I'm going to throw 1 down on the first guardian. The Scourge going to come in to try to take a couple out, but oh good, they did get only 1 vessel down. Tanks pushing forward. You see the barracks all floating around the map trying to get as much scouting information as possible. He has mass factories going back at home. He's got the vessel upgrade going for extra energy. Very good upgrade. I forget to get that a lot of the time, but that is smart. The Guardians now going to take their first little push in. Eradicate's going to go down all over the place with these vessels. The Guardians, though, do Guardian Lurker destroy infantry. So this last bit of infantry is not going to do too much damage. Right now, it does not look like Boxer actually has too much army supply. He's right in that middle transition where he's trying to mass up factories and switch from the bio to tech. More Scourge going in, taking out these vessels. Every single time tonyG does that, it's very good. Very expensive unit. Scourge for vessel is always a good trade. That's exactly what you want to kill when you have Scourge. You want to kill the vessels. The Queen coming in. I wonder if it's threw down a little, whatever it's called.
tonyG likes to do that. Throw it down on the workers so they get free scouting information. Parasite, that's what it's called. You can throw down a parasite, so then I wonder if anything got parasited. No, it doesn't look like anything got parasited. Oh, but maybe this queen will. He's throwing another queen in. Scouting out with queens. Is he going to throw a parasite down? No, it looks like... Oh, yeah, he did. He threw a parasite down. Look at that. So now, tonyG, you can look at his vision. He now will see everything that tank sees. He can see the tank. Parasite, not used nearly enough. A very good thing to scout, because queens are so fast. So you can scout everything and then throw down a parasite. And if they don't see that, you get really good scouting information. I like to do it on the building SCV, so then you can always see what they're building. So this right now is what tonyG sees. He sees the tanks continuing to push forward, and he sees a little bit of something going on over here. He sent a couple guards and mutas to take it out, but a boxer responding nicely. Not so well there for tonyG, losing 2 mutas for free, but will move back now. More eradicates going down, more swarms going down. Lurker and Defiler, Guardian, all being built. And a couple Zerglings to get consumed. Let's see how this goes. Boxer, what are you doing over here? Built an engineering band. He's got a couple. I guess making sure he just sees anything that goes by. More swarms going by. It is really not fun to do this as a Zerg, but it's really all you can do versus Terran in the beginning game, especially versus a beast like Boxer. Boxer's money, getting up. His macro isn't the greatest, I'd say, right now, but he is trying to do a lot, and there's always tons to do in StarCraft. The Lurker is now going to push forward a triple swarm to make sure everything is protected and going down. Lots of Defiler, Hydralisk coming out. Hopefully we throw down a swarm here, or at least a plague or something. Eradicate's going to go down on those AFK Defilers. They will just die in shame. Oh, look at that. One threw down a swarm right before he died. Good job, tonyG. Oh, a plague right there would be wicked. Would be wicked, but one little smog there and a Lurker will do fine too. Another Lurker going to get eradicated. The more and more Vessel versus Defiler battle. tonyG, excellent job at holding on and breaking his choke. He's now going to try to take over the end of the Terran's choke. Because once you can control here, then you can just rally your units, make sure you're not making any mistakes, and push in properly. With all the Defiler, Lurker, whatever you need. The more Scourge coming in, taking out as many vessels as I can. One Defiler suicides in to throw up one swarm. Another Defiler thrown in, just going to allow this one Lurker to take out all of this army because it just can't die under the swarm. Going to do a lot of damage while tonyG looks like he is massing up Mute at home. Maybe going to go for a Mutabomb. It's always fun to throw in a Muta, but look at that. Boxer has made a couple command centers and floated them on top, making it very difficult to click on the command center to bash it. More swarms going down. tonyG now trying to hold this, which is a lot better than trying to hold here. Gives you this whole room for error and mistakes. More Lurkers coming down with Defilers. All of it's going to get eradicated. If tonyG's not paying attention, it will all just die in vain. And it looks like he's not paying attention. He's doing something else somewhere else. We can't quite see the box. I wish they would have that little red observer box, like in observer mode when you're actually observing a live game. You can see where all the attention is for all the players. I wish they had that for the replays, so we could actually see where the players are looking. But wishful thinking. I'm sure it can't be that hard for Blizzard to introduce something like that. tonyG setting up now his overlords everywhere, trying to regain map control. It looks like Boxer was able to break out of that first initial hold, and his barracks is going to be able to scout the queens and the mutas going down. So Boxer reacting nicely. He's going to send a couple vessels and a couple Valkyries back to his main, while also keeping a couple vessels up here so he can continue to push. The muta's going around, getting seen by the second barracks. That's why it's very nice to float these barracks around. I usually float them out here, but he floated them way out here, which is even nice. The vessels are actually going to meet the mutas right over here. It does not look like this is going to do much damage. tonyG is going to just blind. Oh my gosh, this is hard to watch. tonyG trying to min bash, but he's only going to attack the top command center. The Valkyries and the Guardians and the Eradicate is just going to destroy. Oh my god, did he get the main? I don't know. I think he got the floating one. Yeah, Because, yeah, turrets, okay, he infested the floating command center. I thought he did get it for a second. So that's very nice. Floating the command centers on top of here confuses the stupid AI of the stupid bots, or the stupid computer units controlled. And, yeah. So, Boxer pushing in, finally getting his first units out through the choke. But he's met with more and more Defiler swarm with lurkers. Terran's worst enemy. The Valkyrie's coming in doing some work, but these spores are defending nicely. The tank's pushing in. Doesn't seem to be a lurker right here at the moment. A couple Guardians over here just chilling. You got pretty good defense, pretty good not the best upgrades, but upgrades nonetheless. The Lurker Swarm continuing to go down. Lots of mech army continuing to go up. It looks like Boxer is going to go for a little eradicate trick over here. Eradicate defense matrix going to come in. Lots of spines though shooting at it. Let's see how much damage this gets done. tonyG not even going to burrow. It looks like he's confident in the spines. So he did take out quite a few drones there, but tonyG's bank is pretty good regardless. It didn't do significant damage, but it did do damage nonetheless. Boxer's gas is getting extremely low. He doesn't look like he has. It looks like that Mutabomb at least made his SCVs start not scouting properly, because usually you always have 2 SCVs with the additional building one in here, but when you have to mass repair, all of them get taken off, and then sometimes you forget where they all go, and then your gas gets all messed up. And it looks like that's what's the case right now, as his gas does not seem to be as high as it should be. The Zerg just continuing to mass Defiler Lurker. It looks like that's going to be his game plan. A couple of vessels going in there to their death. The front will be held again. Lots of Scourge coming out, looking for those vessels. A couple Guardians now sneaking over from the top. There we go. The vessel scouted. Let's see this happen. Is he going to push 1, 2? Ay, gosh. 3, 4, 5 vessels down. Not too bad. Not too bad. That took a lot longer because of that Gosu micro by Boxer. Never giving up a unit for free. Couple of lurkers over here with tonyG's micro. Look at that. He's got drones all over the place. He's scattered all over the place. But he is doing what he can to push this Terran back. He needs to get to the choke. Once he gets this choke confidently, he will be in an excellent position. The Terran will be in 100% turtle mode, and it's just so hard to defend the Lurker Swarm. So, yeah, we're going to see tonyG. It looks like, oh, now he did plague all of these vessels. Very nice. I was looking for that earlier. If you do that, because they all just stack up, and this does so much damage. It does 199 damage to all of these. It won't kill them, but it'll 1 or 2 meters go in there, and they do that little splashy damage, and they'll just die. So, plague, very nice. All of these 1 HP, 3 HP, I guess. Maybe they only go down to 3 HP or 2 HP. I don't know exactly what they do because I'm a fastest noob. Look at Boxer trying to snipe some Defilers with his ghosts on the map. tonyG massing up mutas. 195 supply to 149 supply. Boxer knows that this is incoming, and he is massing up the appropriate response in his base. He's got Vessel, Guardian, or a Vessel, Goliath, and Tank right now. Going to try to counter Guardian, oh my goodness, look at all these Defilers, and Lurker. tonyG is going to go for it, not in the most stylish way, but in a very cost-efficient way. The Mass Defiler, or Mass Vessel coming out, is going to eradicate just a Hydralisk, it looks like. The first Smog of Doom is going to go down. Second one, like, consuming some stuff, and he's going to throw down a second one. The Eradicate's continuing to go down. Now the Lurker's coming in now that there's a nice protection smog of wall, and it's just going to destroy everything here unless they all get eradicated, which he might have enough energy to do. But tonyG is ready for round 2. Very nice. Building a couple hatcheries in the middle. You want to take over the middle so you don't have to go so far. If you can mass hatcheries here, your mass will just be that much quicker, that much faster, that much stronger. You can also start massing spines to delay him from pushing out, but regardless, the hatcheries will delay him enough, which will hopefully give you enough time to finish whatever attack you're doing and then macro up a defense at home. More lurkers getting shot out, more drones being built, and this looks like it will be pushed slowly but surely. Worst case Ontario, you always can get the Ultralisks. I don't know if he has an Ultralisk Cavern anywhere, but Ultralisks do really great in this position too, because even if they do get eradicated, they take a long time to kill, and they take great defense under this swarm, just like the lurkers. They team up well with a mass ground army. The Muta's going around taking out all these barracks, wants to fully have map control back. Well, it doesn't want Boxer to have any idea of what's going on. A couple Guardians going in the side, just trying to spread Boxer out as much as he can. Boxer has a good army, but he's just in a really tough spot, in a little bit of a pickle. You never want the Zerg to be able to get out here and take full map control. Mass and hatcheries in the middle. He's going to go, it looks like, just for a frontal push, which is never a bad idea when you're a Zerg player, because you have a lot of great massing units. The tanks look like they are going to attempt to push forward, but with another swarm going down, it looks like they're not going to go anywhere too fast. Just one lurker only survives, but it's enough. One lurker will do mad damage. It looks like he will probably eradicate that now. Very nuisance, that little lurker there. Building a couple spines, getting ready for another round in here while he's massing guards. He's going to have one giant push incoming soon, I have a feeling. He just needs to get in the proper position. The Zerg looks like he's going to go for a mass drop. I didn't even see that, but he was building dropships back here with all of his Stargates, and he looks like he is going to try to drop the Zerg player. I don't know where. I guess like probably your best bet is just coming in right here. Or the front, yeah. Because there's lots of defense without taking massive damage. It does look like tonyG scouts it, and a couple of mutas are going to chase it down. I don't know how much more. Oh, there we go. More mutas going to react, going to come out and help out, stop this drop. While the lurkers push forward, the drop goes down. He's going to siege quite far away. I don't even think that can reach the minerals, but if it can, he doesn't have vision regardless, unless he scans. The mutas do look like they'll be enough to take out these tanks before doing any damage. He was able to take out the Defiler Mound, so at least it wasn't completely useless. If tonyG doesn't see that, he could find himself in a tricky spot if he's not careful. The guards, meanwhile, look like they take out the first layer of tanks. Not many tanks here, which is going to leave him vulnerable for a frontal push. He did take a lot of tanks in that drop. He threw, what, like 8 tanks? Maybe more, 10 tanks, maybe 5 dropships. I forget already, even though it was moments ago. The lurker, oh, more Scourge taking out, more vessel, another plague going down, just going to hurt every single vessel here. Guardians coming in, eradicate going down, more swarms, going to push closer and closer, more guardians, vessels, lurkers, not defilers because the defiler mounts down. Oh, rebuilding Greater Spire for some reason. Another 2 Greater Spires. Scourge coming in. Want to take out all of these injured vessels. Oh, just one shot on each of them. But they do go into good Goliath help and are going to save the majority of these very, very hurt vessels. More Guardians are going to be pushing in. The Valkyrie's coming to counter. But it's just at this point, when a Zerg has this big of a bank and full map control, you are just constantly trying to survive. You're just in full-on survival mode. You just want to turtle. If tonyG can just get one good attack together and actually push all at once, I feel like he can break this. More Scourge going in. It looks like he just wants to pick them apart at the moment, though. Make sure that he does not throw this game. He wants to play it safe, play it secure, mass up some Guardian Defiler, and do your thing. He's in a great spot. A couple tanks are going to push out for some reason and try to see what's out here, but I don't even know how he got there. He must have just ran by these 2 lurkers. risky business. A couple defilers over here being discovered, gonna come join the army. The mutas up here that were AFK gonna come down, join the army, and looks like we got another push. Will he have enough eradicates again to push this? A couple of Hydralisks gonna come in to tank the first initial shot put so the lurkers and defilers don't get hit. A defiler going down right in the heart of the Terran. That is going to hurt. More and more guardians just piling in. I'm not sure even if all of these vessels had full energy, that would be enough to stop this very strong, consistent, powerful push. More guardians just waiting for their turn. They don't want to all die to eradicate, so they're just gonna go in waves. Next wave, wave after wave of Zerg Swarm coming in against the Gosu Sun Boxer, low money champion. Looks like he will be defeated by the fastest champion, tonyG. Holding on, mass swarming, mass defiler, tanks sieging up but dying before they can even do anything. Scourge coming in to make sure these last vessels won't even be able to detect these lurkers, so even if they weren't swarmed, they're still going to do damage. He's going to slowly make a little swarm pass to that main tone. Oh my goodness, Boxer a little angry, I think, with himself, not playing the best game, going to take the L to tonyG. We did have the Ultralisk coming in round whatever, wave 7. It's just a tough spot when you're first. If you don't do significant damage with Terran in your first push, it is very hard to win unless you just are planning for it. But like if you plan for an early push and your early push doesn't do much damage, you are in a difficult spot. Usually you want to get a couple of command centers a little bit earlier so you have more behind so you can macro while you're pressuring. But Boxer chose not to do that. He chose to go a little bit of a different route with a little bit of a slower factory, and then he went race instead of vessels, yeah. And just a great game by tonyG. He did what he needed to do. He masked up those defilers, he masked up those guardians, got map control, he took out a very Gosu Terran, and it's your boy, tonyG. Just murking it up, climbing up the ladder. This was a number 5 versus number 4. I don't know. I'll show the rankings right before I close this video, but we're still going for that number 4 spot. Your boy, tonyG. Until next time, GG.